name is Gavin Evans, and this is a video on why you should be optimistic for The Last of Us TV show. I've mentioned it countless times, and I'll continue to do so, that Last of Us 1 and 2 are just my favorite things ever. I'm a huge fan of them, and them turning them into a TV show should have me worried, and I kinda am. But the truth is, I'm very optimistic about the TV show, and here's a few reasons why. First of all, like I said, the two video games that this TV show is going to be based off of are pure perfection. They are some of the best storytelling ever, period. And that alone should give me hope, because it's not getting based off of weak material, it's getting based off of the strongest material possible. It would take a lot of hard work to blow it if they did that. The stories of the two games, the characters, the world that's on display, there is so much strong material there that alone gives me hope for this TV show. Reason number two is that the cast is really strong. Pedro Pascal, I really like as an actor. I think he has a lot of range. I thought he was easily the best part of Wonder Woman 1984. He's good in the few episodes of The Mandalorian I've seen. He was good in Triple Frontier. He was good in Kingsman: The Golden Circle. The guy's great in everything he's in. And I feel like this would be a great role for him to show how much range he has as an actor. And I think he really has it in him. I think he's honestly the most perfect choice to play Joel. And what he's going to bring to that character, I think will be different than what Troy Baker brought to it. But I still think it'll be great in its own way. Bella Ramsey, I'll be honest, I'm not as familiar with her as an actress. I've only seen the first 4 seasons of Game of Thrones, so I don't know if I've seen her work in it. I have looked up some clips, and I watched the short film she was in called Zero, and she's definitely a talented actress. But I do think that she has the potential to be a really amazing Ellie. I saw a picture that she posted on social media, and she definitely looks like her own version of Ellie, and I'm very optimistic about her in the world. Ellie is my favorite character ever. I just think she has so much depth. She's hilarious and great and badass, but she's also tragic. And I just think there's so many great things about that character. And I do think Bella Ramsey is a great choice to bring her to life. And I look forward to see what she brings to it. The rest of the cast also looks great. We got the same actress who did Marlene in the video games doing her in real life. And she was great in the video game, so I have every reason to believe that she'll be great in this TV show. Gabriel Luna as Tommy, I think, is a really great choice. And I'm very curious about the decision to cast Jeffrey Pierce, who voiced Tommy in the video games, and now he's playing a character named Perry here. I just hope I don't look at Perry and I'm just like, oh, wow, I just can't get the voice out of Tommy in my head. I guess we'll see how he does, but he does a great job in the games. He's a great actor, so I look forward to seeing what he brings to this new character, Perry. And the rest of the cast I'm not too familiar with, but I have no reason to be pessimistic towards it. The third reason to be optimistic for this TV show are the directors behind it. This show's got a great bunch of directors. First of all, we got Kantemir Balagov, who directed 2 movies, Beanpole and Closeness. Beanpole didn't really work for me. I think it's a really well-directed movie, but there's an event that happens earlier on in the movie, and there was little emotional effect it had on the characters, and that just took me out of the movie from that point forward. I get what they were going for, it just didn't work for me, but I can still admire the filmmaking behind it. I think it's a really well-directed movie, and he also directed a movie called Closeness, which is a really great movie. There's one scene that I wish wasn't in the movie because I think it goes a bit too far, but the rest of the movie is a really well-written, well-directed movie. The guy is a talent, and I look forward to seeing what he brings to this TV show. And then we also got the director, whose name I'm totally going to mispronounce, Jasmila Zbinic, who directed the movie Kra Vadas Eda, which is a fantastic movie. It's incredibly well directed with masterful use of language. It's tense, it's so well directed, the performances are great. It's just a great movie in every single possible way, and if she's bringing that talent to this show, that's a reason to be optimistic. And then we also got the director Ali Abbasi, who directed the movie Border, which, if I'm being honest, didn't really work for me at all. I like my movies weird, but that movie was just an unpleasant kind of weird that didn't work for me at all. That said, there was definitely an atmosphere behind that movie. I definitely think the performances are strong and the makeup in that movie is phenomenal. It's not a good movie, but I still think there's areas of it that are really well directed, and I can see that director directing an episode of this show. So, that's another reason to be optimistic. And my fourth reason to be optimistic is that Craig Mazin is one of the showrunners, and he did the show Chernobyl, which, if I'm being honest, I haven't seen yet. It's on my to-watch list, but I've heard amazing things about it. I think it won a bunch of awards. People love it. I think it's one of the best rated TV shows ever on IMDb, which isn't saying much to be fair, but still, that's a stat that exists. And if he makes this show as good as he made that show, apparently, that's a good thing. And the fifth reason to be optimistic for this TV show, which is really the biggest reason of all, is that Neil Druckmann himself is another showrunner on this show. The guy who made the games is also working on this show. That gives me a ton of confidence in it. The guy is a genius. I know he got himself a fair amount of hate, but I absolutely love him. I think he's a brilliant director in every possible way. He's confident in how people will feel while playing his games. He plays around with structure in meaningful ways. The characters that he creates are so well written. The world is fleshed out. He tells meaningful stories that explore impactful ideas. I just think the guy's a complete genius. Like Last of Us 1 and 2 are just phenomenal, and I think that is in huge part due to his genius. I can't wait to see what he brings to this medium of TV show. I know that he's going to make the necessary changes, but he's also going to stick to the story when needed. I just have every confidence in this man, and I cannot wait to see what he brings to this show. And the last reason to be optimistic for this show is that this show is getting filmed not far away from me. It's getting filmed only a few hours away from where I live, over in Calgary, Alberta. Alberta is a beautiful province. I love living here. I love my province. I think it's got so many beautiful landscapes, and I can't wait to see some of those landscapes utilized in this show. When you play the games, there's so much beautiful scenery, and I really do believe that can come to life based on the location they're shooting in. So that gives me a lot of faith in it. So those are all the reasons why you should be optimistic for this show. It's based off of two very strong stories. The directors they got for this show are a great choice. The cast they got seems to be very inspired casting. You got two great showrunners, one of them being one of the best directors ever, and it's getting shot in an absolutely beautiful province. I cannot wait for this show, and I really do believe it's going to live up to my very high expectations. I can't wait. I love these games so much. I'm playing the second one right now. I just played the first one. It's so good. And the second one is even better. I cannot wait. So those are the reasons why you should be optimistic for this show. But do you have any other reasons? Is there a reason why you're not optimistic for this show at all? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. Stay tuned for some more videos soon. And Gavin out.